June 4 id, June 4 ID asks, what do you think of the relationship between music and political change? That's a very complicated question, but I think that on the one hand, you cannot live apolitically, so everyone's political. Your choices are always political. Trying to be apolitical is itself a political act. The way we interact with each other, the conditions of our lives, they're all interrelated. So there's nothing apolitical. However, simply talking about politics doesn't change politics too much. I mean, of course, that's a political act. But I grew up in Washington, D.C., listening to very overtly political punk rock music, mostly on the record label Discord Records, mostly sort of led by Ian MacKaye and Fugazi and Minor Threat. And that stuff was very overtly political, and it really, for my youthful anger and for my youthful sense of justice and righteousness in the world, those were perfect fuel and a perfect salve. Like, I think that political music was really important to my life. As I grew up myself, I didn't lean towards making political music because I see politics as very, very complicated and very nuanced in ways that I think sometimes politically charged music can overlook. That's not to say it doesn't have its place, but I tend to feel very unsettled if I've said something that I can't feel like I can really stand behind. And there's a lot, like, when I start talking about politics, I go this, but that, but this, but that, and that doesn't make for particularly great music. Having said all of that, I think that that people shouldn't be ashamed to wear their politics a little bit on their sleeves, and as long as that's respectful. I think that, like, we have a big problem in our country and in the world in general of polarization and people only hearing their own team and thinking that anyone opposed to their politics is actually evil in some way, or is out to get them. Like, we tend to have our own viewpoints verified by the conditions of our existence over and over again. All our friends think the same things. The world around us sort of supports our viewpoint, and there's a lot of confirmation bias. You read the stories that tell you are already right. Music can help people break that cycle, but music can also sometimes make that cycle worse by having our side just say yay us, and screw the other guy. Hopefully we can get people talking again.